Hey everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will create our first project and set up the Visual Studio interface. We will also get familiar with the main elements of this program. Let's begin. Let's launch Visual Studio. The very first time you open it, the left side of the window will be empty, no projects yet. On the right side, you will see options like Create a new project and Open project. Since I already worked on some projects, mine are listed here, on the left side of the window, but yours will probably be blank. I will click on Create a new project. Now we need to choose the project type. There are many templates available, but for us, the one that matters is Windows Form Application .NET Framework. To find it faster, let's use the filters. I will select Visual Basic as the programming language, then choose Windows Form Application .NET Framework, and click Next. In the next window, we can set the project name and location. I will leave the location as default and type Test as the project name. For .NET Framework version, I will select 4.8. Then let's click Create. After a while, Visual Studio will create our new project. Now let's configure the interface to make it more comfortable to work with. First, let's add the Toolbox window. I will go to the View tab and select Toolbox. I recommend docking it on the left side of the interface. We will also need the Properties window. Let's go to View tab again, scroll down, and choose Properties window. I usually dock this on the right side. Now let's take a quick tour on the Visual Studio interface. At the top, you will find familiar controls that Microsoft use in most of their products. Out of all test menus and buttons, we will only use a few for creating programs. The most common ones are Start, Stop, and Save buttons. From the View tab, you might also use the Solution Explorer, which shows your project's structure. From Project tab, you can access your project's properties. There are lots of useful options there, but I will explain them as we need them later in this course. The central area of Visual Studio is your main workspace. This is where you will design your program's interface and write the program's code. By default, it opens your form. The form, this is the window of your future program. If you double-click on the form, you will switch to its code view. On the left side, we place the Toolbox. Toolbox is only active when the Form tab is open. It contains all the controls you can drag onto your form. Let's add a button and text box as an example. If you need to find something quickly, you can use the search field at the top of the toolbox. Now we have button and text box on our form. You can resize them and move them around however you like. When you select an object on the form, its properties will appear in the Properties window on the right. Here you can view and change all available properties. Let's try changing the text property of the button. As you can see, the button's label changes immediately. Now let's select the text box and find its name property. The name property is unique. It's how we refer to that object from code. Let's rename text box 1 to T1. Then let's double click on the form to open the code view. For now we will ignore most of the what is here and just type a single line. I will type T1 that. And as soon as I do, Visual Studio shows a list of available properties and methods. From that list, I need to choose the text property. I will type text, then the equal sign, then in quotes I will write hello world. Wait a minute, maybe not hello world, let's type hello Trump. Okay, great. Now let's run the program by pressing start. The program launches and in the text box you can see the words hello Trump. When I close the program, notice that the form itself has not changed. The text box is still empty. That's because we modified the property in code during the program's startup process. At runtime, the program accessed the object by its name and changed its text property. The form load, this is the very first event in your program. Everything you write inside the event runs as soon as your program starts. You can now try adding other controls from the toolbox and experiment with their properties. This is the best way to understand what each control can do. And guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching until the end. And as a reward, here is an image of what a big giraffe might look like.